Greetings and welcome back, fellow fans of Clash of Clans, to the Gem to Max Town Hall 14 conclusion. That's right, in today's episode, we will fully max out every last building, troop, wall, you name it, and the hero pets in Town Hall 14 and show you the total amount it cost me to get there. If you missed part 1, I will try to throw a link up on the screen so you can check it out. Also, please consider subscribing to the channel, turning on notifications so you never miss another exciting daily dose of Clash of Clans. Now, I have to warn you, in this episode, there's going to be a bit of fast forwarding, some flashing, so if it bothers you or if seeing a ton of money being spent bothers you, you might want to tune out right now. I did do my best, however, to plan things out, to be very careful about which buildings I was going to use books on, just like I hope that every one of you are careful to use code Galadon before you go make any purchases in the shop. Settings, more settings, it doesn't cost you anything, and I really appreciate those of you that are doing it. I can't thank you enough. So yes, today's video is about 20 minutes long. The total gemming took several hours, and it was conducted live on Facebook. So those of you that doubt the truth of me actually doing this live in game, check my player hashtag, check the Facebook gaming live stream. It is now a video on demand and will be there forever. And thank you again to these several hundred people that showed up to check it out. Facebook gaming is kind of a smaller streaming platform, but I really enjoy it because the community there is amazing. And speaking of community, I never would be able to do videos like this or continue to make Clash of Clans videos on a daily basis if it weren't for you guys. Okay, now there were a lot of people who supported through donations and have been there for months or years, and yes, that is a huge help. But also every single one of you, every single viewer, down to the person that has never even bothered to like or subscribe or comment, yes, you matter, and I thank all of you. You all are the reason that I am here and able to do something as fun and amazing as create Clash of Clans content on a daily basis, not to mention Gem to Max, an entire massive update that ended up costing, yes, thousands of dollars. So a special shout out to the top star donators in the Facebook live stream the night of the Gem to Max video. Legend from the old Las Phoenix days, Tom B, Justin J, Hartley, Scott S, Dennis K, Nikolai, Tayden, and Jensa. But I would be nowhere also without my regular star senders top 5, Winston, James G, Brian S, William, and Jackson, and the list goes on and on and on. Way too many to ever mention. Mike K, David O, Nate D, Janetta, Annie, Justin K, Stanton, James B, Sarah B, Jeff T, Lauren, just to name a few. And again, I just want to remind you, I am thankful for every last one of you, and I hope that you guys realize you are changing lives just by watching videos and hanging out in live streams. So thank you guys once again. Okay, now notice that I'm gradually upgrading walls while I'm doing other major upgrades. And the point here is to make sure that I empty my storages each time before I go back and use another rune. Now, we were able to go straight back to the Warden and get him 5 quick levels right here by doing 5 runes of elixir, and next thing you know, the Grand Warden is fully maxed out, and that means we need to kind of move things around for the progress base to look a little more accurate. Gonna try to keep it so that everything above and to the left is maxed out, below and to the right needs to be upgraded. So there we go. As you can see, okay, fine, we'll get the storages over there, and now we're ready. Okay, so here we go. Back to it. And yes, now I will admit to you guys that I spent an entire afternoon the day before I started this going and making copious amounts of notes, probably about 10 pages in all, trying to figure out how much it was going to cost, where I should use books, where I should use runes, where I should use hammers, and just try to be a little bit efficient, because I knew this was going to get crazy expensive, but I also knew that there's a reason I had been buying packages for the past year, at least, and that was because I was preparing for this. So many troop and spell upgrades were covered by books or by hammers. We were very careful about the hammers. I did, of course, buy one set a long time ago. We got another set, and we couldn't, unfortunately, buy any more because of the 7-day cooldown. That would definitely be a smart thing to do for the average upgrader. Wait 7 days, use another hammer if you don't have to have everything upgraded on day 1. So, as you can see right here, we finished the lab. The lab is 100% done, Every troop, every spell has been fully upgraded, so we moved that over to the completed side, made another slight change to the progress base, and now we're starting to look pretty good, right? Obviously, the walls are going to be crazy. We've got some of them done. That's going to come at the very end, and that will be the most painful part of the video. Yes, there's a point where we're just going to be straight out buying gems to upgrade walls, and it never feels good, I have to admit. And I normally would never do it, except for I kind of committed to gem to max, not gem to almost max, or not gem everything but the walls. No, it's gem to max. And that meant everything had to go. This was the Royal Champion instantaneously, virtually, going up 5 levels, and she's now fully maxed as well. Barbarian King and Archer Queen, they are on their way. We're going to do them next, but we're also going to be starting on the pets, and the reason being we wanted to again make sure that we got the Dark Elixir down to as close to empty as possible before we used a rune. And also when it comes to purchasing resources, which again feels bad to buy straight out resources for gems, you get the best deal when you buy the most. There's that slight discount for buying more. So again, we're going to try to empty the storages before we fill them back up. So here we would do a hero level, then we would come in and do a pet level, and again, use a book because we had more than enough books to cover every single hero and pet upgrade. Then we would use a rune of elixir. Sometimes we were purchasing the shortage that we had on Dark Elixir. For instance, if we go in here and now you can see we're close, but we can't quite afford the next Lassie upgrade. We spent 389 gems just to top it off. That way the rune got the max value. Come back in and wait a minute. Okay, hold on. We've got 2 books of heroes, and the 2 most expensive levels to upgrade are level 80 King, level 80 Queen. So there is your level 80 King getting hammered. That sounded wrong, but you know what I meant. Okay, saving a lot of time and resources, and then we go back in to the League shop. We pick up another hammer, a few wall rings while we're here. We'll get to that a little bit later. We go back in. The owl goes. We buy the gems for the missing Dark Elixir. Use another Dark Elixir rune, and here we go, Archer Queen, your turn to pick up 5 levels. So this is definitely where it started to get painful as well. Dark Elixir is such an incredibly expensive resource to purchase with gems, and we had fewer Dark Elixir runes than gold or elixir runes, so yeah, we were short several million Dark Elixir. It's gonna get crazy up in here in just a minute when we run out of runes, because obviously we had 60 levels of heroes to roll through. The Archer Queen right now alternating with filling up right here, buying the Dark Elixir. So you can see we're already spending some gems, right? Several thousand gems each time, but it's going to get crazier because, yeah, just you wait and see how much it costs to fill up a Dark Elixir storage, especially when it's 350,000 Dark Elixir. There we go, Archer Queen, fully maxed out. She's level 80, she's on the other side, and now we've got something like 30 levels of pet upgrades to do. So that was the last rune. The last rune of Dark Elixir came from the Gold Pass. Don't worry, I promise you guys, I scoured and made sure that we used every possible leftover piece of resource anywhere, and yes, we did. Okay, so what's up next? Just barely getting started on the Unicorn to level 2. Man, okay, so again, we are doing multiple upgrades with 1 rune here, and then when we get short, we buy the elixir, we use the books, and okay, hold on. Treasury, see, I was careful. Gold Pass, yep, it's all there. We're going and we're picking it from every possible place, checking the couch cushions, and okay, so there we go, another 800 gems to top off to get the yak, which is what I felt like doing after spending all of these gems on Dark Elixir. So here we go. This is our first time going over and buying Dark Elixir, and yes, to fill the Dark Elixir, you can see that it's
over 9,000!
Yes, 9,667 gems for a full Dark Elixir storage. So, yeah, this is going to hurt, and it's going to hurt repeatedly as we pop in here, each time filling or nearly starting with an empty Dark Elixir storage to fill it to full, to get in here, to do a couple more pet upgrades. Just, hey, you know what? I was thankful that we had the books, so that did save a ton. So I was glad that we kind of planned ahead for that, but I'll tell you, each time popping over to the shop and dropping over 9,000 gems for another fill of the Dark Elixir storage was insane. And this just went on and on and on. And you'll notice at the beginning of this episode, we had around 200,000 gems. And by the time we finish here, this will easily surpass 100,000 of those gems just getting the pets done. And are they even that strong? I don't even know. We'll have to see. But it was one of those things where it didn't matter if it was that important. The fact was we had to go for the completionist effort here and make sure that every last thing was done. So when you click on the builder menu, it just says all builders available. And yeah, we'll get there. I promise you, it's coming. Okay, so another over 9,000 Dark Elixir. You'll see we're down to about 85,000 gems at this point. And by the way, no, 200,000 gems was not nearly enough. Okay, not nearly enough to get through this, despite all of the packages, all of the items, all of the hammers, all of the books. We will total that at the end of this video. The only thing I can't accurately give you is the amount I've spent on packages over the past year or so, but I will make a reasonable guesstimate and we'll add it to the total spent at the end of today's extended episode. Oh man, here we go. Okay, we're almost finally going to max out the final pet. That is the unicorn, going to level 10, and that will be 40 levels of hero pets. Everybody was complaining, oh man, I want to upgrade walls with Dark Elixir. Guess what? Now you can upgrade pets essentially forever. Okay, technical difficulties right here led to missing the gemming of the Town Hall Giga Inferno to level 5 and the 1 bomb tower. So that was left out. It is, again, like I said, in the Facebook live stream. Every single thing is there. The video on demand is hours long, and if you want to go over there, the URL to my Facebook is all over all of my videos. Go check it out. It is a video on demand, and yes, it has face cam. I do live stream with face cam every single day, so don't ask for a face reveal. But okay, fine. I know that's going to show up in the comments, but okay. Okay, so we're getting the Inferno Towers done with runes of gold, and of course we are using books on them. You'll notice that I haven't upgraded the builders yet, and that would be something that normally you would do before you did most of your other defenses. But I will tell you that, remember what I talked about at the beginning of the episode? There are certain structures that I knew I was going to use books on, and certain structures that I knew I was going to need to use gems on. Some of the shortest upgrade times in the entire Town Hall 14 update were getting those builder huts to level 2. So that's why we used gems on those in the last episode of Gem to Max. But like I said, today's episode is everything. It is going to be complete. I will not leave you hanging on a cliff. And by the way, thank you guys so much. I noticed the comments in the first half video were very kind. You guys understood that I needed to get some sleep. It was a long day, a long night, and that is why we are here with this extended episode. I am sort of trying to reward you for your patience by jamming what could have easily been 2 videos into one. Okay, you'll notice that we are already working on those beautiful cannons, one of my favorite defenses. I love the ornate designs around there. And yes, I am a huge fan of the Town Hall 14 color scheme. I think it is such a massive change from anything that most people predicted. To go with this jungle theme, this Mayan village, I just think was just one of the coolest changes to the game in a long, long time, and definitely a bold move by the Clash team. Okay, yes, back to buying resources with gems. It feels bad, but it had to be done. We ran out of runes. You'll notice that the gold runes did last us a long time. We almost got there, but yes, there's also the wall issue, and that's going to be crazy. But okay, so here we go. So it feels slightly less painful to buy 20 million gold than it does to buy 350,000 Dark Elixir. It's only 5,000 something gems instead of 9,000 something gems. But now, here we go. We're going to mix in some of the walls, and of course, we have all of those new level 1, the bomb, the trap, the mines. Those things have to get upgraded as well. We've got, 25 new wall pieces that you can see have mostly been upgraded. And by the way, those got upgraded throughout the video as we were trying to empty our storages. So I would pop on over there, do just a couple of lower level wall segments in order to empty a storage down to 0. Oh. Right, so, that would be the end of 200,000 gems, and here we go. The first purchase of $99.99 in today's episode just occurred. In fact, you know what? Okay, we're probably going to make this a little bit easier on myself, and we'll buy, 2 or 3 sets of gems at a time, just because I know that we're going to need them. Okay, so that was 2 sets of 14,000. There is the third as well, so now we're up to 42,000 gems added. And now we can get a few of these things done. Just going to go ahead and fast forward through a few levels of the things that we got that were brand new in Town Hall 14, get those done, and then we get back to the walls. Okay, so now we're in here, we're working on the level 15 walls. Luckily, we did have a few more CWL medals in the league shop. I wish that I had gotten more 3 stars in CWL, but we did our best. We didn't buy any silly statues or waste it on anything else. So just straight wall rings as much as we could with CWL medals. And then here comes the real pain, and that is when you run out of loot, you run out of medals, and you have to buy gems for walls. Now we did, oh wait, nope, you did see that. We had one last rune of elixir that we used. Thanks, Scott, for reminding me. And we're gonna get in here and use that. And now it comes down to just straight out buying resources with gems. So again, also making sure that we empty the storages down to 0 each time by upgrading various levels of walls. Not as critical when you're not using runes, but it does help out a little bit. Again, there is a slight discount when you're buying a larger amount of resources for straight gems. And all right, we're getting close. We're closing in, but yes, we ran out of gems one more time. So back into the shop and we'll pick up a few more. No doubt 14,000 isn't enough. In fact, I would say I was overly optimistic thinking that 28,000 gems would have been enough to finish these wall segments, because you'll notice that we're gonna go broke again very quickly. And interesting fact, did you know that if you were to pay straight cash for a level 15 wall, that it costs almost exactly $15 in gems to buy one level 15 wall? So yeah, there we go. I'm glad we're done with that. We finally have all of the level 15 walls complete. Now it's just a matter of finishing the rest of these level 14 walls, and you'll notice that we are quickly running low on gems. In fact, we don't even have enough to fill up a storage one more time, so back to the shop we go. And I'll be honest, I really thought that these 2 purchases of 14,000 gems would have been enough. Just look, there's not that many walls left on the screen, right? Okay, so here's 28,000 gems. Here are the final walls. We don't even have any more level 15 walls to go. We get through just a few of these, and remember what I said? That's right, it's not cheap. It is crazy to buy resources for walls. It absolutely is. And it turns out that as we fill the gold storages one more time for these final level 14 walls, we realize we don't have enough gems. All right, that is it. Final purchase of 14,000 gems. Then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and pop on over, fill the elixir storages so that we can do 3 of these with gold and 3 with elixir, and that will be it. We will be done. We will be complete. We will be whole. We will be a fully maxed out Town Hall 14 right about now. That's it. Now, I actually even kind of lost track of it as we were doing the live stream. I didn't realize, wait a minute. There it is at the top, all builders available. 6 of 6 builders with nothing to do. Credit to Itsu for the base. Thank you so much for that. And yeah, I mean, that's it. As quickly as it started, it was over. We have a fully maxed out Town Hall 14. Now, the good news is we have Galadon 13.0 that is going to farm its way through Town Hall 14, or at least farm with packages. A lot of people wanted a packages account. I think that's fair because that's pretty much what has been happening over there. But now it is time to total it all up to do our best approximation of exactly what was spent. And when I say approximation, remember, I bought just about every pack that they put out for the past year. So I make fun with this buy anything pack, but it's probably true that I would buy anything. And I did, to the tune of 71 books of heroes and so many magic items, approximately, let's say $500. I think that's relatively accurate, but again, I have no exact idea on that one. Then, in the preparation before yesterday's video, 14 packages of 14,000 gems for a total of $1,399.86. But don't forget all of the packages that we purchased in yesterday's episode at the release of Town Hall 14, these brand new update mega packs and everything else. Together, they were $171.95. And finally, last but not least, in today's episode, we went back to the shop and purchased a chest of gems, 14,000 gems for $99.99, a total of 8 times. So that added another $799.92 to the tally. And when we add it all together, Town Hall 14 fully maxed out, starting with a Town Hall 13 maxed out base, was $2,871.73, and we spent 302,337 gems. We definitely saved a lot by buying all of those packages ahead of time. The deals are definitely better than outright buying gems. You saw that at the end of the video. That was crazy having to spend that much at the end, but we got it done thanks to you, the Gala fam. I could not have done this without all of you. And I hope that you have enjoyed these videos. I hope that you continue to enjoy my daily Clash of Clans videos, and I hope that you are also going to enjoy Town Hall 14. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Thank you for sticking around all the way to the end of the episode, Gala fam. You know I love, think about, and appreciate every single one of you every single day. So get out there, make the best of the rest of your day. Be kind to the people I'm going to I'll see you back here again tomorrow for more full attacks.
Galadon, best episode ever! I loved every minute of it!